Hello friends, welcome to Testing Talks Latest. In today's video I am going to explain how to automate Google search functionality with Selenium and Java. In this video, we can see practical approach for automating by entering the search term in Google search, verifying the auto search results displayed, and click on the first result and verifying the search result. So this way you can learn how to automate real-time application. Subscribe our channel for the more interview questions and tutorials, and thanks for your support. Before automating our application, let we see what Google search will do. So when we open google.com and search with terms such as Selenium, it will display all relevant options related to top searched items, so such as Selenium interview questions, Selenium and Selenium rich foods. So you see common term Selenium as part of this search. So we can verify all these search options whether Selenium is part of it or not. We can further verify if we have the database of Google, but no one will have the access to the Google database. In that case, if database access is there, you can compare the database values with the front-end values for specific terms. So in our verification, we can do by reading these values and see whether Selenium is part of it, and click on the first search term and see that in the search page Selenium interview questions, which is the first search term we clicked, is displayed or not. And later we can also verify one of the search results and we'll see whether search term Selenium is displayed or not. So for that, I'm going to automate by creating one test such as verify Google search, and we'll create one page such as Google page and create methods specific to Google search. So let me create a class Google search verification. In this class we're going to use a test annotation and create a method verify Google search, and we'll call Google page and run one by one method based on search functionality. So let we add a test annotation and write the method public void verify Google search, and let we import a test annotation. Let we define our WebDriver with name as driver and assign it to null. Let we import WebDriver, and I am going to initialize driver with new Chrome driver. With latest Selenium, we need to initialize system.set property. So let we directly import new Chrome driver. And we need to create web element. So on google.com we have search box. Let me see the unique ID for this search box to enter the search term. As we see, class glf.yf might be class, could not be unique. Let we search for the ID. ID is epjfqb. So let we copy it and create a web element. So before that, we'll use our driver.get to launch google.com. Driver.get https www.google.com to launch. Once launching is done, we can use driver.find element by id. And specify the id. As I mentioned, we are going to create a page under pages for this Google page methods. So let me create a class Google page, and as part of it we are going to use void method, and I'm going to create a method search verify, and we need to pass driver for it. So I'm going to use search verify from Google page for this verification of search options on the main page. So let me use Google page, new Google page, and we can use Google dot search verify and pass the driver, and we can do the definition for this web element as part of the search verify method. So we pass the driver, and let me see here. Yeah, that's fine. We need to define the web element, and we need to input search term using send keys. I'm going to input Selenium. Once Selenium is input for this search term, it is listing different options. Let me see the locator for this. As we see, it is another list which is having class, but there is no unique ID in this case. So let me see second option. It is having some common class SBCT, as we see. Here also SBCT is there. So we can use contains class SBCT. From the list we can fetch list plus span and fetch the text. Okay, so such way we can create a locator, and we should have list of web elements here because there is multiple list items are there as part of the search, auto search. I am giving list elements as a name, and driver dot find elements I am using since I am using the list of elements, and I am using XPath since we have to use contains class here. comma SBCT. This will return all the list. So as we see, it has span as we see it has span as a child item. Let we use span to get the text, or we can use following span also. So it is fine by using / span. Let we import list. As I mentioned, we are going to verify search term as part of the search option. So we are trying to verify expected term Selenium as part of the search option. I'm creating one string with the name as Selenium, and we're going to loop our list of web elements and fetch the text from the web element and compare with the Selenium. So as for the for loop, we can use web element for looping each of the list element. So this way we already created a web element. We are going to create web element li. So let me use this to loop each element from this list. So for this each element we are able to get text and compare if this text contains expected term or not. So I'm going to write actual term for the element li.getText, since this is coming from the application. So if actual term does not contain expected terms, let we fail the test. System.out. We can write log for fail test, like in extent reports we can say log.fail, something like that. So whatever the reporting you are going to use, based on that you can write the results based on that. So since it is going to fail, I am going to write what is the expected term and what is the actual term. There is mismatch occurred in result display, and we write expected. Since this is a variable, I'm going to use plus symbol and write expected term and actual term. This way we can easily compare with the expected and actual values, and we can modify our results as per the requirements. We can modify our scripts as per the requirement and re-execute our test. So else also we can report what are the results are coming. In this case you need not to write expected or actual term because results are matching. We can write search results contain search term. So here we can write search results are matching with expected term. So with this we have idea about that test is passing. Once we verified the search results, we are going to click on the first term. So that could be list items. Using get, I am going to get the first item from the list. Using 0, because list items will be start with index 0, so I am going to use list.get0 and clicking using .click. So here it may take some time for displaying the results, so I am going to use thread.sleep. We can use the explicit wait also as part of it. It is better to use. So for timing we will use thread.sleep 5 seconds, and we try to use try catch here. And pass the exception if it does not work. So it will be helpful for debugging. System out print ln ex dot get message. So this part is completed with clicking on the search. So next we have to do results verification, and also we need to see whether results are matching. So I'm going to create one more method for this in Google page. That method is result verification. Let me create public void and results verification method and pass the driver. So in this results verification, what we have to do, we have to pass the search term, since we have to verify whatever the term we clicked and in the next page it is displayed or not. For that, let we make return type as a string, and we'll pass that string to the results verification. So we need to return list dot get 0 get text as a search term, first search term, and assign to get 0 get text. This is the text we are going to click and we are returning it. So here, as part of this method, I am going to use for this returning the search term and pass it to the next method, Google dot results verification. In this result verification, we are going to pass search term along with the driver. And let me modify our method to here. It has to pass with the string. So and click on the first term, it will display the next page, and we have to compare the search box value, and we have to wait certain time after click on the result. After click on the first search term, we need to wait some time so that we can see the proper result. We can add explicit wait here also. So I'm giving 10 seconds for loading. So here in the next page, we need to verify our search box. It has the common class as we see with ID APJ FQP. This is the same element in earlier text also we used. So we can even made this web element as the common for our class and use it here. So as part of our next method, we're going to use the same ID. So let me get the attribute. Using get attribute, we are going to get the value of the search term, search function, search input box. So we have to give value here. With this, we know what is the search option it is displaying. So let me define this as a string search term. So our term we passed and string search term should be matched. So let me add asset. Asset will be used to verify the different values. We are going to use asset equals here. And verifying the term. This is expected. This is the term, actual term. So there is different asset equals methods. It will have different methods for even compare the strings also. It is giving one error, return statement, return null we can say if there is no valid results are coming. Let me save our previous method. So with this I have verified the search term, and later even will verify first search result. First search result, you see that it displayed Selenium as part of the results or not. For this we can use h3. This is the header tag with class lc2 lb, which contains class any of the classes. There is multiple classes are there. This is one class lc201b1 class, mbu01 class. If you see, this will be common across the different search results, but we are going to fetch the first result with the class lc201b. So let me create list of web elements again, since there is multiple results are there part of the results page. Element results equals to driver dot find elements by xpath again with h3 as the tag and contains class. With this we are going to get the list of web elements, and we need to compare the text of the first item. So I am going to use get 0. This will return the first item, and get text. This is the actual result, actual first result. First result equals element results get 0 get text. So as per our expectation, if actual first result does not contains Selenium, it does not match our results. Does not contain Selenium, will fail our test. With database verification, we can have accurate results. So we are verifying based on the generic information with us. So if expected and actual results does not match, we are going to print, and we can even fail the test. For seeing how to fail the test case and take the screenshot failed, go through our videos. We have already made videos how to generate extend reports for the failure and passing the results. So let me see our results, and we'll write results are not matched. Expected term is Selenium, but actual result is will print the actual past result. So with this verification, we can see any errors are coming, else we can say results are matching. System out println and we'll write results are search results are matching for the first item. This way we can verify the Google search functionality. We can even exceed this test by verifying each and every results from our search results. Instead of thread dot strip, we can use explicit wait. Let me create explicit wait, new WebDriver wait, and we need to pass driver here, comma duration need to be passed of seconds, around 60 seconds we are passing here. Dot, let me import WebDriver wait before dot until Now we have to specify expected conditions. Expected conditions dot visibility of elements located by locator we are specifying. So now we can take this is separately and by elements we can specify and we can pass it to our explicit weight and locator. So find elements, this is fine, and we have one more explicit weight here. We need to close with semicolon and let me copy until expected conditions and we will use it here. So for this element again we will use by ID. So let me use by ID element equals to this and we can pass it to expected conditions. Expected conditions dot visibility of element locator and ID element I passed here. So and we have to specify our find element with ID. This is fine. Instead of using classes here we can use h3. Now let me run our test and see the result. Our test started running. Google.com has been opened. Let me see what is the error. What is happening? Let me see here. We passed by elements. We did not have UL at rule equals list box as we see. Since classes can create problems, so that's why I'm modifying here and we'll use list. Let me run our test. With modifications. It is searched, clicked. So this is because automation is running. Let me use I am not a robot and cars. It need to find where does the cars available. This is cars. Where cars is there here. Let me see. Yeah. Test is passed. This is how we can verify Google search. For more interview questions and tutorials, subscribe our channel. Thanks for your support. As we see, our test does have the term Selenium as part of the results, and we even verify the first item. Thanks for your support.